parents, let's help our children to choose their career paths. I teach at the university, and quite a number of freshers come not knowing exactly what to do. There are those who feel they were not well guided, whether at school or at home. And therefore, I wanted today to discuss, to share with you one or two methods of how we can help our children choose their careers. Yes, I'm also a parent, much as I'm a professor at the university. And I want to say that career choice is important. Yes, a career can be defined as an occupation or a profession, especially one that requires special training and followed as one's life work. You see, you are going to get into life along a career. It's going to be the rest of your life, and therefore choosing it well is very important. So what's the meaning of career? A career includes the specific jobs that a person performs, the kinds of responsibilities and activities that go with that job. Imagine being on a job that's boring. Imagine being on a job just because of the money. You don't enjoy it. Job satisfaction is not there. That's how important choosing a career entails. Look, a career, an occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life. You're going to stay in that career for a very long time, and therefore you need to enjoy it. And to enjoy it, you need to choose it well. Yes, as parents, you have a role to play. So parents, it is never too early to start talking to your child about career choices. But it might be too late if you wait for too long. Don't say my chap is just in standard 1, just in standard 3. No, it might be too late when you wake up to talk to your child about careers. As a parent, there are several things that you can do to support your kid through the process of career development. Look at that triangle. The student, the teacher, and the parent. We're saying there is a relationship. And that triangle should, as much as possible, be equilateral. When it is isosceles, one side longer than the others, that means there is an imbalance. And what are we saying? We're saying it's as cheap and as easy as ABC. Look, the relationship between student and parents. Let's start with A. The relationship between teachers and students. Let's teach our students and encourage them to be asking. Ask questions. Ask and you'll be answered. Knock and you'll be opened. So the ABC, teacher-student relation, asking. B, student-parent relation. Be respectful. Let the child be respectful, but you also. It is a two-way traffic. And lastly, C, the parent and the teacher, please connect and communicate. And when you do that, you have developed a triangle of student success. That triangle of student success, look, when we work together, that is success. When teachers and parents work together, then the students can reach the stars. So we need to have engaged parents. We need to have empowered and informed teachers, and therefore that will lead to motivated students. that is a very important triangle. The teacher, the parent, and the student. Yes, some of us tend to think we have paid fees, we have sent our students, our pupils at school, therefore let the teachers do their job. Yes, they're going to do their job, but we are a triangle. I'm particularly talking about primary and second school parents, because by the time they come to university, it might be too late to change that career. In fact, it is by Form 2, when the students or pupils are choosing their subjects, that's very important, and therefore, starting from early, from primary, second school matters. So I'm reminding you, this is a very useful triangle, the ABC triangle. Students, parents, teachers. I have developed a little small model. I call it Spimova model. You can start with this model. There it is. Spimova actually means first, the skills. Observe the skills of your child. P is the personality. I is the interest. And MOVA or MOVA is the motivation and values. Simple model. Those 4 things. Can we observe? Can we learn? Can we get acquainted with our children's skills, personalities, interest, and motivation and values? Yes. They seem to be the key factors, very key, that influence the career path of your child. Look, we are saying, know your child's skills. Know his or her skills. He's good at organizing. He's good at computing. Maybe teamwork. Problem solving. Communication. Those are things that we call skills. So try to know, observe and know those skills. Know his or her interests. Are they interested in science, scientific? Are they interested in outdoor activities? Are they interested in socializing? Are they creative? Please get to know your child. You'll observe and know. Know his or her personality. Is it a calm child? Is it a determined boy or girl? Is it outgoing? Is it cautious? And finally, know his or her values and motivations. Does it help others, like helping others? Work-life balance. Balance as well in working and life. Security. Love money. All these are the values. How much does he value, let's say, money, let's say security, and all that? It's important. One great researcher, John Holland, discovered that careers are determined by an interaction between our personality and the environment. We want jobs with people like us. I want to mix with like-minded people. People, Holland goes on to observe, people tend to search for environments that will let them use their skills and abilities and express their attitudes and values while taking on enjoyable problems and roles. That is research that was done by John Holland, and it has been proven over time. So Holland made a theory that there are 6 personality types, and most people fit in one of them. Some actually fit 2 or 3, but that could be a rule, I mean an exception out of the rule rather than the rule. So he identified 6 personalities and thought that individuals fit in one of those 6 personalities. But what's a personality? A personality is an individual's distinct and relatively enduring pattern of thoughts, feelings, motives, and behavior. Your personality is not my personality, but could be similar. So Holland identified these types of personalities. Number 1, realistic people. Number 2, investigative people. Number 3, artistic people. Number 4, social people. Number 5, enterprising people. Number 6, conventional people. And realistic, sorry, that is repeated. So there are those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there they are. Investigative people, these are the thinkers, people who think, to investigate, thinking. Artistic people are the creators, they create things. Social people, like they help others. Enterprising people, they are persuaders, they persuade you to buy their things. Conventional people are organizers, the managers. And realistic people are the doers. Let's elaborate a bit on them. So, the thinkers. These are people who like to observe and learn. Those are the thinkers. You can see the thinkers. They like to observe, they learn, investigate. Look, they are observing through the microscope. Then they are the artistic. These are the creators. People who have artistic, innovating, and intuitional abilities. And they like to work in unstructured. They don't like rules too much. Then social people, the helpers. These are people who like to work with people to enlighten others. And across, you have the enterprising, basically the business people. They persuade you to buy things from them. The conventional, they are people who like organizing others. And the doers, they are the hands-on people. So now, I want you to look at that picture or that slide. Look. Observe it. Can you fix your child in any of these activities? Look at that. Child likes making the bed, organizing his or her bedroom very well. Look at this one. They are outdoors. They like playing with flowers. They like watering your garden. Look. This one is like looking after cattle, whatever. There are those who just like playing and all that. Look, the cooking. They cook and all that. There are others who just... So look at this and see whether you can fix your child in any of those characters or characteristics. Unfortunately, some of us parents tend to force our children into what they are not. You find your child busy playing ball out, whatever, you want to beat the child, go and do ABCD. Your child is not interested in coming to help you change the tire of your car. You want to beat this child is not helping and all that. You have not observed your child. What does your child like? So now, let me assist you. Let's go through this. You can now assess your kids, your children, and guide them. Now, I want to warn that this is not a foolproof exercise. It's not that it's cast in stone. It is not that it's gospel truth, but it gives a good guide. There, of course, are other methods. Today, I just wanted to talk about Holland's approach. So let's go. We want to see whether your child is realistic. This child likes working outdoors with the hands, making, measuring things, fixing them, assembling things, or even building things, using and operating gadgets, repairing equipment, tools and machines. Since the kitchen gadget spoiled, repairs it. A djembe, a hoe is what repairs it. Likes driving, caring for animals, and working with plants. Those characteristics show that this is possible career for this child. Is a pilot, agriculturist, architect, engineer, computer technologist, and related. So, the subjects that we should encourage those children to take, and particularly when they are going to choose the subjects to pursue at Form 2, English, maths, of course, those in Kenya, those are compulsory. The sciences, those physics, chemistry, computer studies, business studies, agriculture. Those are the subjects that must be within the cluster that your child is taking, if you have observed that in them, because their future career might be one of the ones, one of those, the pilot, agriculturist, and so on and so forth. So you see, just by observing your child, you may now start discussing with the child, helping them that this could be your possible career, and therefore these subjects are important. Investigative. If your child likes discovering and researching, observing, experimenting, and investigating things, asking questions and solving problems, likes computers, communicating by writing and speaking, designing, formulating, calculating, diagnosing, if those are the characteristics that you observe in your child, this child is probably going to be a medic and health occupations, could be a chemist, could be a forestry technician, zoologist, dentist, and therefore for those careers a must, subjects that are a must, English again, mathematics, the sciences again, computer studies. These are the subjects that are doing in our system. So advise that within the cluster that child is going to choose, those subjects should feature. Then the artistic. If your child likes using words, art, music, drama to communicate, or expressing themselves through through music, through drama, if they create and design things, you go to her or his bedroom, he has created something, probably a pattern on the bed and all that, likes talking, speaking, writing, singing, performing, designing, presenting. We have seen quite a number of them. Planning. You're going shopping and tells you, please, mommy, let's write a shopping list. Composing. Sings for you in the church. Playing and dancing. Possible careers are that artist, illustrator, composer, could be a singer, a dancer, an actor, a reporter, the media, a writer, an editor, sales, advertising. Those are some of the possible careers that the child can be in. And therefore, languages, social studies, including histories and all that, music, computer studies, business studies must or should be within the cluster that your child is choosing. Social. Your child likes working with people, teaching even the younger ones, training others, informing others, helping others, trying even to heal, working like a nurse, interviewing people and even other kids, is concerned for the well-being of others, the welfare of others. If you observe those characteristics in your child, according to Holland, that's probably a teacher, a nurse, a counselor, even police officer, social worker, salesperson, and therefore again, key subjects, languages, social studies, maths. Like I said, maths is compulsory, so we could always take it up. The sciences, computer and business studies. Those subjects should feature in the cluster that the child is taking. Enterprising. These are children who like meeting people, leading others. If in a family, if you're just a leader, natural leader, talking and influencing others, maybe even influencing you in the family, encouraging others, persuading others, developing ideas, managing, organizing the house. This is a person who is likely to be a salesperson, a lawyer, a politician, an accountant, an entrepreneur, an executive or manager, or even a travel agent. Mathematics, business studies, computer studies, languages should not miss out of the cluster that this child is going to pick. Conventional. Your child likes working indoors and at tasks that involve organizing and being accurate. Your child likes following procedure, working with the data and numbers, planning work and events. We are going for holidays, we are going for Christmas, the child plans for us, likes computers, likes keeping records, likes paying attention to detail, handling money, likes handling money, organizing, arranging things like his or her room, and also working independently. These are secretarial duties, librarians, bank managers, bank clerks, computer operators, procurement. Those are the possible careers, and therefore English, mathematics, business studies, computer studies, very important. So what am I saying? You now start making your SMART goal objective on now helping your child. Having listened to this, and if I have made any impact, any impression on you, you better now start set your goal. How you are going to work with, how you're going to observe. It is, if your child is still in primary, the better for you, because you can observe them over time. If it's already in Form 2 or just in Form 1, Form then still not too late, observe. So we are saying, please, if you're going to make a goal to help your child, let it be a SMART goal. SMART goal. Let it be very specific, the S. Let it be measurable. In other words, you must know when you are going now to monitor and evaluate that I have, must be measurable. Don't just say, I want to make him good. No. Maybe you say you want to improve him from this level to this level. Then you can measure that level. Let it be achievable. Please don't build castles in the air. Let it be something that is achievable. Don't force your child to do what they cannot achieve. And please let it be realistic. And set your time. Don't just say, I'm going to work with my child. Say, at the end of this, I should have done ABC. So we're saying there, ask yourself to know that it's smart or not smart. Put yourself the question, what is it that you really want to do? Write it down. I want to change my child. I want to help my child choose the subject. Make it now measurable. You're saying, ask yourself, how will I know that I have reached? Because if you just say generally, you may not. So put yourself the question, how will I know that I have reached my goal? Achievable. Is what you are planning, is it in your power to accomplish it? Don't put up a goal that you are going to ask Ango to come and help me. What? First of all, yourself. Is it achievable? Is it within your powers to accomplish it? It's very important. Realistic. Can you realistically achieve it? You cannot say that I'm going to be with my child 24/7 or 7/24, whatever you know you cannot. It's not realistic. You're not saying that immediately I come from home, before I even take off my clothes, I'll be with my child. No, it may not be realistic. So do something that is realistic. And please, put yourself a timeline. When exactly you want to accomplish it. When exactly do you want to know that you're a child now? These are actually the irreducible minimum of subjects that my child must take. Because you have observed their behavior. In Kenya, they are going to choose about 8 or 9 subjects in Form 2 to pursue. But we are saying that the class that I've given, please, you can repeat, you can watch this again, watch over the key subjects that must be within that cluster. And go back to our triangle. When you have now that in your arms, talk with the teacher. Help the teacher. The teacher can also help you. And therefore, parents, I'm saying, don't leave all of it to the teachers. Do something. You do not have to be a professor like me to do it. I've told you, observe. It's your child. Parenting. You know better what your child likes and what the child doesn't like. For heaven's sake, never force your child. I'm struggling with the students at the university. They tell me, I am in this course because my father wanted me to be in this course. That because my father thinks he's an economist and they have a family of economists, therefore we must keep the motto, the theme, whatever of the family. No, observe the child. Who tells you that all of you must be economists? I'm an entrepreneur. And my boy says he wants to be a psychologist. My girl says he wants to be a lawyer. I cannot force them that you must be an entrepreneur. But I observe. And if we can, through observation, make him change. Because some have, you look at those activities, some of them are good across the border. I hope this has helped. I'll be giving more of the same. So let's work together. Triangle. Teacher, parent, student. I hope I have made some sense. And if I've made some sense, I also hope that we can make sense out of it. So it's both sense and sense. Thank you. Watch this space.